What's going on, guys? Rulanel here, and I've actually got a soccer game right after this in maybe a half an hour, so I was really excited to be able to get this code commentary out of the way, and you guys, when I get back, you guys can have something to look at and just watch, you know? So yeah, it's been another busy week, you know, as usual. School's going for me, and there's an assignment in my English class where we have to do vocabulary words, and they're like Latin or Greek roots. We're starting on Latin right now, and you might be able to see me writing some of those out in the video because that's what I wanted to do today. This was my little project. It's a vocabulary quiz. He'll give us he'll give us these roots. He'll give us their meaning, and then he'll give us examples of the words. And we're supposed to study them. Now, I don't like to study. I mean, I guess I do like to study, but I would much rather have it, like, stick in my brain, but I could be getting something else done at the same time. So I figured, hey, why not just, like, have a function that throws it into my bash prompt, so whenever I'm using the terminal, I just suddenly get reminded that, hey, like, malice means something very bad. It's like a Latin root or something. And I can just have that in color, because bash is absolutely beautiful and lets you use colors in the command line, unlike Windows, which I shun at for that. But, maybe PowerShell can do it. I don't know. If I have like any Windows gurus that watch my code commentaries, let me know. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll go check right after this. But yeah. So I create a list of all the vocabulary words, the meanings, the roots, and stuff like that, and I wanted a bash script to parse them. And now, this is going to be a little bit of a harder thing because it does that exact same thing that I was using for the PHP thing in my website. It uses, like, internal arrays. It has an array that has an array, like, coinciding right beside it. Like, because we're going to want to work with lines because we want every single line is vocabulary root or letter or whatever you want to call them. So each that can be an array because you have an array of each line, but since each line has has examples, so like because you would want to say magna, let's say that's a root for something. I don't even know, something large, many. I don't remember, but you guys will be able to see it. And then you have all these examples of it, all these different words like magnitude, magnify, or something like that. Magnify is not on there, but so that's two versions of one array, and I was able to do that in PHP with like dictionaries. I don't think they're called dictionaries. No, they're associative arrays in PHP. They're dictionaries in Python. My bad. But I don't even know if Bash can do that yet. Like, I'm not very good in Bash. You guys can probably see me making tons of mistakes. So I actually worked on this idea for a good, like, 2.5 hours. So now I don't have to worry about getting you guys footage, though. Like, I have something that I can use for 2 code commentaries, as long as you guys don't mind having, like, Bash thrown down your throats or something. Because, like, but I don't, because a lot of times I would be worrying about, like, okay, what can I show these guys? What can I talk over when I'm making these code commentaries? And, like, what code can I show you? You know? So, yeah, that's, now that I have a 2.5 hour video and I can shorten it to 10 or maybe 20 minutes, I can have 2 code commentaries. But, yeah, I still haven't even gotten the idea done yet, because I'm having that huge problem of having 2 arrays. Like, I don't know if that's at the end of this video, but it's probably going to be at the end of the next video. You're going to see me just sitting there, staring at my computer screen, not typing anything, because I'm trying to think, like, okay, how can I sort this logic through? And it was crazy. Alright. I guess I can move on to a next subject now. For my birthday, I got a book. That's how I start every conversation. I got a book, and this book is called Ghost in the Wires. Some of you geeks and nerds out there that watch my videos will probably know what this book is and what this book is about. This book is an autobiography of Kevin Mitnick, who is known to be like the world's best hacker, the world's most wanted hacker. He did stuff with like the FBI. He served jail for maybe 5 years. I have no idea. Maybe like his good like teenage years. I don't even know like his whole timeline. He has so much stuff, but yeah, he got in trouble like time after time. But now he works as a security analyst for like other companies. They hire him to do pen testing or penetration testing on their company, like to make sure that no one is able to like get in. And if they are, he'll help them sort that out, so they won't be able to so more hackers won't be able to get into their company. And it's an incredibly interesting book because it's an autobiography, so you're reading from his perspective every single thing that he's done, every single attack that he's created. Uh, I feel like attack that he's created isn't a very good word to say that, but okay, whatever. um, but it's wicked cool. So for those of you that haven't read it, I incredibly suggest that you do. I think it came out like last month. It came out in August or something. It's really new. But Kevin Minnick has also written Art of Deception, which I have, so thumbs up there, and Art of Inception. No, Art of Intrusion. Art of Inception. Whoa. No, no, it's not Inception. Inception is a movie. But yeah, Art of Deception and Art of Intrusion. I really wish I had Art of Intrusion because that seems a little bit more interesting. But hey, I'll hunt for that later. So, but whenever I read this book, because I've been reading this each night after school homework rather than coding or rather than like trying to get something for you guys, and I don't know whether to feel bad or not, because when I read something or whenever I'm looking at someone else's work, I think to myself, this is kind of silly. Why am I doing this? Why am I looking at what someone else has done? Why can't I be creating something that I can show the world? Why can't I be like this person that I'm reading about? So, like, it happens to me in English class too. Like, we're reading books, we're reading tons of books, but I'm like, no, I want to be writing these books. I want to be writing. I want to be giving things to the world too. Because we read about these books and these like fantastic pieces of literature that change people's lives forever and stuff like that, or like it makes you see the world in a different way. I don't know. Some people might disagree, but like that's what my English teacher says. So, but yeah, that's just like, why can't I be creating that exact same thing? I spend so much time like observing what other people do than doing my own thing, and I feel like that's a little bit of a bad thing. I can never tell. Like that's a there are two ends of the spectrum, I guess, when it comes to that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. Okay. I've got like 3 minutes left of this commentary. This is nice. I feel sort of cozy. I have so much time to just talk. uh, but yeah, you guys know that there's a ton of stuff on my plate. Not so much school or like soccer or trumpet wise. That fills the time, but like I have a long list of things that I want to get done. Some like self projects that actually relate to code programming and you guys. And I actually wrote a list. It's right above me. So I'm going to read this I titled it, That Ever So Long List of Things to Do and Ideas. So I have Ubuntu server, because that's another topic. I started playing with a different server machine that runs a compact machine, but I can talk about that later. Chemistry balance code, you saw that, well, at least you heard me talking about that. I think it was last commentary when I'm trying to create something on the TI calculators that will balance chemical equations. There's the null-shell sidebar motion, which I'm pretty sure I talked about when I wanted the sidebar to follow the viewer as it scrolled down the page. There is finish watching jQuery. jQuery is a series that the New Boston has done. The New Boston is a wonderful programming, like source, I guess the best way to call it, on YouTube and on the internet, so I definitely suggest you check him out. I'm pretty sure I've talked about him earlier. But he buddied up with PHP Academy, which is another awesome source. Holy crap, a source for learning PHP, jQuery, and all that cool like web design stuff. Review PHP in MySQL. I branched that out to a different thing, like New Forum. I remember you guys. I was talking about that. I was like, forum, huh, huh. But there's port blog posts to a SQL database. I really like that idea because that way it doesn't cost read and write disk things. Like when people are reading my hard drive when they're accessing the server, that's all on like files, but I would much rather have them be in a MySQL database. Okay, I'm running out of time. I only have a minute now. Do more work with TIGCC or that insane graphing calculator compiler. I don't even know if that's the right acronym, but it's a C compiler for Texas Instruments calculators. PHP essay cleanup that you saw me working on. Pygame, PyGTK work, the Nokia N900 encryption. Those all sort of relate together because I want to do Python stuff on the Nokia. The GMGUI suite, Visual Basic script looping, and the Bash vocabulary. Wow, that's a long list. I'm going to count how many I have there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm seeing 15 things that I would like to get done. Good gracious. But that Bash vocabulary thing, that's what I'm working on now. I'm going to get that out of the way so it'll help me out in English class. And I love programming for school stuff. It just helps me out a ton. So, yeah. ton of stuff to do, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It'd be awesome if you could maybe comment, maybe like, maybe favorite, maybe subscribe. You know, that's my little propaganda thing. I hope. Have a good day, guys. Bye.